Yeah, very good evening, guys. I hope you're well and perfectly fine. I hope you would be aware of today's topic. As you know, today's topic is separate education versus co-education, right? So I think it is already 8 p.m. right? Now it 8. So I think we should start the session, right? Are you agree, guys? Server brother, because shall we start the session? What do you think?
Yes, brother.
Yeah. So
Yes.
okay. So yeah. So Sarah brother, what are you favoring? Separate education or co-education? What do you think? Which education is good for you?
Brother, I'm little confused in today's question. So if you explain the question, then it
It's
will be
okay.
okay.
Yeah, separate education and co-education. Co-education means brother, the education we study together. Girls and boys study together. So that is called co-education, right? But the separate education where boys study in a separate school, girls study in a separate, right? Like they don't study together, so that is called separate education, right, brother? I hope you would get it. Did you get it, brother? Separate mean,
Yeah, brother.
yeah, separate mean like
So
boys study in only one room and girls study in another room, right? But we cannot in separate education we cannot study together. Boy and girls can don't study together in separate education. But in co-education we study together, right? So I hope you,
right, brother.
yeah,
So I would like to go with corporate
cooperative.
co-education.
Okay, that's great. You are going to cooperative education. And what about Vikas? What are favorite?
Yes.
Yeah, may I know what are
I'm
favorite?
for separate education.
Okay, that's great. You are favoring separate education. Okay, that's great. Yeah, so Sir, brother, would you like to initiate the session? Yeah, as you are
Yeah,
favoring.
brother.
Yeah, so you can continue, brother. As you are favoring separate like co-education, so how it is? How do you think like it is good? Like co-education is good than separate education.
I think in co-education we learn like we learn equality and so many things. Like we learn only not our perspective, like if you talk only boys perspective, but also girls too. And it help also, like it's also help uh, like equality, if I say. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay, that's great. That means when we study in co-education, that there we don't discriminate. There we just feel equality, right? Uh, we don't feel discriminate between the boys and girl, right? In co-education.
Right, right.
Okay, yeah. So you are absolutely right. I'm agree with you. Yeah. So yeah, because what do you think, brother? As you are favoring separate education, right? So do you have any point that is that make differ from co-education? How can you say like separate education is best?
Brother, I was about to choose co-education, but it is I have to choose another, so that's why I have choose separate. So I need to think more.
It's okay. Yeah. So hi, Roman brother. How are you? I hope you are well, brother. So may I know what are you favoring? Yeah. Hello. Am I audible to you, Roman? Sir, are you? Am I audible to you? Okay, I think. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, yeah, brother, you server brother, you are favoring co-education. So, brother, don't you think in co-education we just get distraction? Like, in separate, when we are studying separate education, so there boys study in separate and girls are studying separate. So, by that way, we can fully focus on our study. But in co-education, it's not like that. Sometimes our focus goes to opposite gender and it distracts us from the study. Don't you think that?
Yeah, brother, I think, but not so much agree with you. Like we get distracted in co-education. But yeah, like if you say in some student and some colleges, yeah, it's happened. So I think I'm agree with you, like 50-50%. 50-50%. I agree with you, like.
Okay, it's okay. So, brother, like you agree with me, right? So that means we can say that like separate education is good, right?
Like 50-50. We cannot say like fully agree I with you, like, but 50% I will agree with you.
Okay, that's you believe that 50, okay, that's great. Yeah. So, Roman brother, may I know what are you favoring? Yeah. Hello. Am I audible to you, Roman? Hello. Am I audible to you? Okay, I think she is not here. Yeah, you can mute yourself, baby. Yeah. So because did you think, do you have any point why you're choosing separate education?
Yes, that was my point. Like people got distracted with each other. They did not, like they did not able to read properly, right? Oh
That
yes.
means you all are not come with the preparation, right? At least come here after a little bit preparation with the preparation, right? Because
Okay.
here you are, why you are here for learning English, right? So here you are just here for like practically learning, right? Like why I do topics, so that after getting that topics you will prepare that topic at home, right? And after preparing you come here and just discuss on that. So that way if you prepare that topic now, so here the session will be interesting, and also you got a lot of knowledge. But you don't come
Yeah.
with the preparation,
I
come
have one
here, there only
point.
can be learned. And until and unless you not get input, how can you go like give out, right? Take input, then you will be able to give output. So after taking input means learn lot of articles from the from wherever you are interested, learn from there, and just uh, come here and throw the output, right? So by that way it is a very interesting way to learning English. By that way you can learn also, right? So try to at least learn or get a knowledge regarding topic. Okay. So yeah. So because separate education you are favoring, so why may I know?
Okay, that is, I have told you one distraction which each other they did not live like read each other, and second one is like when we read in only separate, then what happen, like we feel comfortable, we have no any tension, our mind did not go to theirs, so we can study together well, and we can also talk to our friend. But when we talk, when we live in co-education, then another side said this thing, that thing, they always things like no, nothing like that things, so we are not comfortable to talk each other, and we didn't, and because of co-education we did not able to reach each other, so separate education is good.
What you are favoring separate and talking about co-education? Like
No, I'm
separate,
separate. I'm
like
saying separate.
to separate mean you are saying that in separate like you don't got opportunity, not able to talk, right? In separate education, right?
I'm not saying that. I was saying that we feel, when we are studying co-education, then what happened? We did not we did not able to express our like knowledge, and we afraid of the hers. So in corporate education, in this education, like we did not fear. We can say to sir directly.
Okay, you mean to say in separate education we don't afraid of anyone, right? Any co-education because of the girls, lot of there are a lot of questions that we not able to ask, right? Freely, right? We feel uncomfortable in front of her, in front of them, right? So you want to say that, yeah. So yeah, Sarah brother, do you really think that, like as Vikas said, that like when we study in co-education, so there are a lot of questions that we're not able to ask freely with the teacher. But when we study in separate, so there is no any kind of restriction. We can ask any question to the teacher. We don't hesitate. Don't you think that, brother? Do you agree with him?
I Rather, I don't think like in separate education. I think in cooperation, co-education, it like uh, you can exchanging the ideas with opposite, you can say opposite gender. So I think in uh, you can say like in sometimes it feel in sometimes it's happened to we cannot confident, but by time we become friendly, time by time we become friendly and confidence to ask questions. So I think it's all about confidence. Yeah, it feel like shame, like a shame for talking, for saying some, asking teachers for like environment. So
Okay.
continue.
Okay, I got it. That means you want to say it's not like that. Like if we live in co-education, so we get habitual, right? And we become comfortable with the girls. You are right, absolutely right. But because you were wrong. Yeah, actually, you know why? Because in separate education, as you told that we can ask any question freely. But brother, don't you think that in co-education it's happened? Like in co-education, like when we sit with girls also. No, so we became like habitual of it, right? And of asking any question in front of them. And like first day, yeah, it is first day you will feel uncomfortable, and then gradually, slowly, like when you will starting like asking any question in front of them, I will not afraid of that because you became habitual, right? And then also when we study in a co-education with a sister or a girls, so they're like we can habitually talking with them, right? And that's why in the future you don't afraid of if you go to the company, so there if you need to take an interview, so there are a lot of girls also, women also, so there you have to talk with them. If you are studying separate education, so there you don't have a confident to talking with them, right? So at the time you will feel nervous, don't you think, because
Yes, that's right. It if we live in co-education, that this, I agree that we can build our confidence and we can express our hesitation. If we do, then our hesitation totally can improve.
okay, so that means you are agree with co-education, right? Except that in separate education, we don't feel that much confident, right?
Yes, but if I say in separate education, we can live happily. Then co-education, I think.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah. So, Sarah, brother, is your favorite co-education? So, brother, I don't think in co-education, if you talk with the teacher, so sometimes the teacher also feel uncomfortable to teach the chapter. Sometimes, especially biology. If you talk about the biology, so some teachers they don't teach that some chapter of biology in the co-education, but in separate education, they are comfortable. They can teach. Don't you think, brother?
I think it's happened for like gender equality. I think like you if you see many university like famous and university, if you talk about Harvard and like Mumbai University, so most of the like knowledgeable people, knowledgeable teachers, we can say, yeah, it's happened in school and colleges, but in not big education system, because in that platform we can m- like teachers are so knowledgeable. So I don't in uh, teachers, I don't think teacher feel like this. Like in bigger education, teacher not ashamed to talk like this. And like in school colleges, it's happened. Right now, it's happened. So many.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so because as you are having separate education, so don't you think in separate education, like if you talk about co-education, there in a one teacher with a one teacher or in a few teacher we can study like we can study very well, right? With a one like single teacher, like also boy can teach, can able to study, and also girls can able to study. But if you talk about the single sex education, uh, separate education, so there for separate education we have to build separate a school, like a school for boys, like separate the schools, for girls is separate. So don't you think it will cost like unnecessarily cost, it will take a high cost, we have to pay the high cost, don't you think that, and it is the wastage of money?
Yes, this is a wastage of money, but you can't say like it is a totally wastage of money because he is building a school for his profit, right? And one thing I want to say about I have one mind is coming like, what is happening, what happens in our school. If I say in any school, like some boys are not good and they started teasing them, so I don't like that. And because of that, I think that separate education is very important because of girls are not safe because of co-education. Totally.
Okay, okay, you are right. Yeah, so Sarova, that don't you think it's because that in co-education, if you study in co-education, that there are a lot of boys who harass the girls, and because of that, the parents they're afraid of like sending in the co-education school, because they're the girls are like harassed by the lot of boys. What do you think about it, brother?
I think, brother, I don't agree with that. But uh, I think, brother, like it's not about co-education or like separate education, because like if you study separate education in school level, and after that, if you because if you go outside, so it's all about character, like our character. We in school level we only study in school like 3 4 hours, and after that what's your behavior to other gender, it's like it's all about our behavior and parenting. Like you can say like uh, your background it's show your parenting, because most of the people judge by our if we do wrong then it's judge our like parenting. So it's all about our character. We cannot say in separate education and co-education it's happening. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, brother, you're right. So because you told that like in co-education girls are being like harassed. So don't you think that like it's happened also in separate education? And like it's happened more in separate education because like if we study in co-education, so there the student can able to understand the feeling of the girls, right? But in separate education, what happen? They just if they separate they study in separate education, that means they will not meet with the girls, and that's why they're never able to understand the feeling of the girls, and that's why like they would like to talk with girls, like every time they would be curious to talking with her, and that's how they will more depressed, they will more embarrassed on the road also, don't you think that, and harassed on the road to the girls, what do you think about
I
it?
Yeah, that is right. What I think that is also not right because if they started thinking that much like confident about girls, so I think they will not value each other.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
I mean to say, you are as you are saying that if they talk with friendly, yes, right, but after some time, like it is going good, but sometime they started talking like this, that, and there's uh, there's they like boys are too confidently speak in front of girl. That is good, but what happened? They use in a bad way. Like whenever they go, they did not afraid. So I think if each other should be afraid because they can't go each other. So like nothing will happen.
It's okay. Yeah. So, sir, brother, as you are favoring co-education, so don't you think in co-education, like many person, like many student, like a student, they are going for a study, but instead of study, they just making relationship with girls. Don't you think that at the age of the like when the studies in fifth standard, so after that they started making the relationship, and that's how they get distracted from the study. Don't you think that it is the biggest disadvantage of co-education?
Yeah, brother, you are right. But I think it's happening in co-education. Yeah, in college level, in school level, it's happening. But like in separate education, after that, in you can say society and other thing, it's there also happening. So yeah, I am agree with you.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Yeah, so because don't you think that like if you study in separate education, so that means no, if you anyone will study in separate education, so it will sure when you in future when you talk with a girl, so they will be hesitant, they will not feel comfortable to talk with her, right? So in future, like when we go to company, so there we have to meet with a lot of girls also. We have to live with the girls, and also after marriage also we have to live with the girls. So until unless we'll not know their feeling, so how we can live? Like that mean we always if we if we want to make the boundaries like understanding, so we have to live. We have to spend time with her, and that is we learn from the school, from the co-education school. Don't you think that when we live in separate education, so it's not like we never feel their understanding, their feeling, their respect, right? When we are studying co-education, so we feel a kind of respect for them. Don't you think that?
Yes, this is an advantage, but yes, this is an advantage. I think, like in a co-education, like because of these understanding feelings, they only understand some student only understand feelings, and after that they did not able to become something. Yes, right. You are saying right that if we go in next step, even suppose that you have gone in interview, there need like you have to talk eyes to eyes, but if you have meet with girls then it will happen, right? So girls or any persons, if you do like it, then I think like if he'll not study, then I think if he'll not concentrate in his study, then I think he can't go in that position. So study is also important with that.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Yeah. So, sir, remember that don't you think in co-education, that like the lot of students are there who not able to ask. Like if you talk about the opposite teacher, like if the female teacher is studying to the teaching to the boys, right? So there are a lot of questions the boys are not comfortable to ask with that woman teacher. And also if you talk about the male teacher, so if male teacher is studying to the girls, so the girls are also not able to ask some kind of question to them. So don't you think this kind of problem we face in co-education?
I think, brother, it's happening like uh, we can say the word is, yeah, I think, brother, it's happening, but uh, like I don't have any point in my mind. Sorry, brother.
Yeah, okay, that's yeah. Okay, but brother, yeah, it's okay. So because you're favoring separate education, so in don't you think in separate education, you are favoring separate education, right? So don't you think when we live in like when we study in co-education, so we feel like we have some kind of respect, like we can able to understand their feeling, all the things, right? And because of that, like we if any girls are going, so we give a respect them, right? But if you talk about separate education, the person who are studying separate education na, so I don't think they has a, like because if he is studying separate education, that means he don't know, he don't know like the feeling of the girls, he not able to understand the girls, right? But any person or any student, they are studying co-education, and when that person talk with the girls, so they can able to know very deeply about her, right? They can understand their feeling, that we don't find in separate education. And that's why like the person or the student who are studying in separate education, they feel bad about the girls. Don't you think that?
Oh, yes, right.
Yeah, so Sarah, rather you are favoring co-education, uh, co-education, right?
Right, brother, right.
Yeah, actually, brother, try to like I'm talking to all, like saying to all of you, like after before joining the session, try to like get a knowledge, try to get some collect some kind of like information regarding the topic, right? That's why like I send the topic like 6 hour, 7 hour before the starting the session, so that you can prepare regarding this topic. That's why. Right, because here you came, why you came here, brother? Because here you came only for like practicing, right? Real practice you do, when you search, search that information, and when you learn that. So real practice you are doing there, right? Here you are coming here for only implementing that word, right? So
Uh, right, brother, and I will do next time definitely. And that's why I think I didn't prepare. That's why the point is not coming in my mind,
yeah,
like
because,
topic
yeah, brother.
related.
Yeah, because whatever we can also help you, uh like if you not your if you not help yourself, brother, so how can I help, right? So try next time, as much as possible, try to get a more information regarding topic. Yeah, so as you are favoring co-education, so brother, you don't you think in co-education when any student they are studying, so there like many girls and boys, they fall in love with each other and they just elope from the school. Don't you think it is a bad thing? Like at the age of the studying, they just eloping with the girls. So don't you think it is a bad?
Yeah, brother, it's totally bad. But if you see like some positive side of this, so like if they spend time together, like so, so that's why like the reason they will get a good future partner. It's happening like yeah in a, like in small age it's not too good, but in future like it's good for them, like they will get good partner for to understanding each other. So yeah, it's some good things are also.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, yeah. So because don't you think that like when we are studying in co-education, so there we like we feel more confident, uh, uh, like in future if we have to talk with the opposite gender, so there we can talk very confidently if you study in co-education, because in co-education we have talked with the very girls, many girls, right? And that's why now we are not afraid of like talking with any girls, because we are habitual of that, right? But what happened, the person who are studying in separate education, so when you talk with any girls, they started hesitating, right? And that's why they got a lot of like problem in the future also. And in right now we can say everywhere is girls, right? If you want to get success, if you want to get anywhere you will go now, you will find the girls, you have to talk with her, you cannot avoid
Okay.
right now. So don't you think that like if you are studying separate education, so you will not have, you don't have a confidence of talking with her, and that's how like it will create a problem in the future.
I think it's in my mind coming like it's not problem of girl boy, it's problem of confidence. Your mind, like when you see girls, then your mind get thinking another. When you see boys, then your mind think laughing, then your concentrated power totally get spoiled. So I would say that if girls leave or boys leave, you have to increase your confidence, because there is no difference of girl boy. There is different, but you should not think like there is like I am here and I have to speak with confidently. One thing I find that is problem to girls. Like I have only one problem. When I go to speak something, they started laughing, they started make a joke. So that's why that is the big problem for girls. So that's why many people started they did not express their knowledge. They did not able to answer, they did not able to ask question, because they will think like they will think like crazily. They what I don't know why they laugh. Yes, that's a big problem to me.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, yeah. So, sir, brother, don't you think, brother, when we study in separate education, so we focus fully on a study, and by that way, we can say 100% we give on a study. Our focus, we give on a study 100%. But in co-education, it will like that. We keep distracting with the girls, and you can say like the person who are studying in separate education, so d- they get success like very fast. Don't you think, brother? But the person, like you can say, who was studying in college and he in a co-education, he just roaming here there with the girls, just in this park, that park, right? But the person who are living in separate children, they have no any, they have no any like girlfriend, right? And that's why they are getting a lot of education. They are just only focus on study. But co-education, just we can see there nowadays, just here and there they are roaming, and that's how they are like spoiling their career also. Don't you think, brother?
Yeah, brother. I think some students do this, but I think it's not impact like if you see some separate colleges, schools. So there are so many students who not too much in study. Like you can say, they also distracted to many things. Not like not girls, but too many things. They're distracted. Like they because like if you in co-education if you do like some uh, like a bad thing, then the girl reached to teacher and they talk like about us. So in uh, separate education this not happen. And so I think in separate education there are so many students who also not too good in study, who also not focusing in study. So the reason, it's so many reason, I think, not one reason.
Okay, yeah, that's great. You are right. Yeah, there are a lot of students who were so weak, who are not focusing on study, even in separate education. You are right. And because don't you think, brother, like in co-education, what happened? Like many, like if you talk about separate education, na, so brother, a student, they will not afraid of like anything, right? They don't think like, okay, I don't remember, then okay, teacher beat me, it's okay, right? They think in separate education. But in co-education, what happened, na? Like they think like in their mind that if I'll not like remember this, if I'll not complete this work, then teacher make us ashamed in front of girls, and that is very embarrassing situation. So because of that embarrassment, like the person who are not the student who are not able to want to study, they have to learn because of that embarrassment. For for avoiding that embarrassment, a student preparing the homework, completing the homework, remembering the homework. Don't you think that?
Wow, that's great. I haven't think before. That is also great. This because of this reason, about 90% people, like 90% student, can learn something, can remind something because of his assembly, like his teacher will do and girl will laugh at me, and that will be two assemblies for me. So yes, that is right. And because of that we can learn everything we can.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah, so Saravath, are you agree with Vikas' point? As he said that like in co-education, what happened? Like many boys, they're not about to study, but because of the embarrassment, for avoiding embarrassment, they are learning. Do you agree with this point?
No, brother. I think in study, they are not doing this. Like apart from other work, they do this. But in study, like impressing to girl, yeah. Like if teacher asks stand up and read book, then they will do. But they personally, then they don't. They don't do this. In apart from other work, they do other work.
Like
But
there is
in
no
study, I
like
don't think.
there is no problem of like it is the problem of sir. Like if sir will do like that, then it a student will do. Like sir will ask, get up and ask, and he will make huge, and he will take test and answer. Then if they do something they will do something like that you are they only talk about disadvantage then that type of thing I was saying. But in nowadays, like some in some institutions, some schools, it is not happening, I think.
No, brother. I think like if sir ask, please raise your hand if you want to like read. So I think most of the student do this for impressing girl for girlfriend. You can say. So I don't tell like if the sir raise you stand you like. So if the sir ask raise your hand if you want to read, then they will do. Most of the student.
Yeah, okay, it's okay. Yeah, so because as you were talking, as you were saying that like in separate education we can feel comfortable, we can ask any question, right? But in co-education, like we feel uncomfortable in front of girl, right? But I want to ask you why we are feeling uncomfortable, because they are also from the earth, we are also from the earth, right? We are also human. She is also human. We are also human, right? So why we are afraid, why we are getting agitated?
Yes, this is a problem of mine. That's right. I was want to say they think negative witness thing. So that's why negative witness come and they did not able to express their knowledge properly. Yes, this is a big problem of nowadays boys. This is a disease thing.
Okay, it's okay. And Sajal brother, what do you think? What is the main reason why we are thinking like in co-education we study so we can talk with the girls confidently, and when we are studying separate, so we feel uncomfortable. Why, brother? Like they are also humans, right? So also if we can study separate as school also, because there are a lot of girls are also at our home, like sister are there, mom are there. There are also girls, right? So we can talk with them. We can also make a habit of talking with them, right? So don't you think that by that way we can also talk with the girls, even after studying in separate education?
Yeah, brother, you are right. And I think in school level, in small like third, first, like 1 to standard, teachers should teach like student to like equality and don't afraid of like ashamed of asking some question. And so I think in basic education, they teachers should do they should do this like. So yeah, I think it's all about knowledge and like you can say it's all about teaching. Like if we teach right word someone, then they behave like this. So
Yes,
yeah,
right.
Okay, okay, because as you are favoring separate education, so brother, don't you think like from beginning when we study in a separate education, so don't you think like from it will this thing create in my mind that okay, that means girls is different and boys is different, like so discrimination like a thing we created like in our mind, and it will not, we cannot erase even after we want, right? Don't you think that like when we see a study separate, right? So we think different, like we made believe that we are different, girls is different, boys is different, we make discriminate. Don't you think that it create a like it is the cause of discrimination, like separate education? Is it
I
correct?
got it. That is, I think that is wrong. Like in a school only, we did not get girls. Our mother, sister, and many sister, cousin sister. We can talk and we can
Yeah, you. Hello, hello. Am I audible to you?
Yeah, brother, you are audible, but Vikas not audible.
Yeah, actually, because it's favoring facing network issue, I think. Okay, so sir, whether as you are favoring co-education, sorry, separate education, right?
No, brother, co-education.
Co-education. Okay. So whether in co-education, so don't you think that like what happened in co-education, uh, like s- like many a student, if you talk about the parents, so they don't want to teach, especially I'm talking about the girls. So the parents don't want to teach their girls in a
sorry for
co-education.
my network was cut out. Sorry. I was saying at that time. You were saying about girls. Our sister and our mothers and our cousin sister. We can talk to them and we can know. We know very well. Like there's girls' emotions. We know. We can. Like in only a school. In a school, it did not happen. Like if I say in a school teacher when teacher saw then teacher also speak, then we did not get time to speak our confidence. So I think sister is and our think in society, then this is good.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah, so celebrate as you are covering co-education, right? So, brother, don't you think in co-education, mm, like many parents they don't want to teach their children, girl children, in the co-education because they're always afraid of the thing that boys they will start harass them. Don't you think that like all the time they're thinking when they when they send to the co-education, so their parents keep worrying about them that how they are teaching or not, are their children is good or not at that school. But if you talk about separate education, so they feel like okay, like they feel comforted, they don't worry, like okay, it's okay, that school is separate, we don't need to worry anything, right? Because all there is girls is only, right? So there is no any harassment will happen there. So don't you think, brother, this kind of thing, like we think in co-education?
No, no, brother. I think not. Not the parents look like this. This the situation. I think if the parents see in like if we let them study girl to in a separate education, so after that they will face like some problem. Like in after coming to home, like colleges to home, so it's happening, but it's not like co-education and separate education. The parents all worry about all the time if the girls go outside of like home, so the parents worry about them. So it's not about school and co-education and like separate education. If the children go to the out of house, that the parents definitely think about it, like think about them. So I don't think it's the teach like parents worry about to teach separate education and co-education. So yeah, that's all about.
Okay, yeah, it's okay, yeah, brother. Yeah, so because don't you think that like if you are studying separate education, so the student who are studying separate education, they feel also like when they saw the girls on the road, so they feel to talking with them, right? They want to talk with them, and that's why when they study in separate education, na, so there are no any girls, so they bore, and that's why they bunk the class. And instead of going their school, they just go to girls' school and they just keep saying, watching them, right? And just they do harassment thing like that. Don't you think like it is a more dangerous in a separate education?
You are saying right, but yes, this is also right. I'm agree with you.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah, so sir, brother, do you really feel that like the person who are studying in the student who are studying in separate education, they go to the girls' school and they harass them?
No, no, brother. I don't think. If I say, like, as I said before, it's all about character. So, if it's all about our character, so it's not happening in separate education. So I don't think, brother. But I think if the person is uh, like that, so they do. But most of the student don't do this. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, and what about thing, brother? Like the person who is studying in co-education, so they are just when they're studying, like when we live with anyone, so we make friendship with them, right? So also the many students they made friendship of the girls, and that's why instead of going to school, they just roaming here there in the park. Today they will roam this park, that park. Don't you think like this thing happen in co-education, and that is the very like bad thing of co-education system?
Yeah, brother. I think it's happening to this generation. Well, but uh, like if the like co-education it's happening, but if you see separate education, so after school, most of the students are doing this. So I think it's it's happening a lot in co-education. We all I agree with you. So I think, but in separate education, most of the student doing this. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you are right, brother. It's happened, and if you talk about like it doesn't matter co-education or self-education, right, brother? Like if it our mind, our intention should be right. If our intention is wrong, our mindset is wrong. So it doesn't matter we are studying in co-education or self-education, right? Sorry, separate education. If my intention is wrong, even if I am studying separate education, we can do that thing, bad thing, right? And if our intention is like good, we can even after studying co-education we can learn a lot of things. Co-education, like we think all the girls as a system, right? So yeah, it's depend on person to person, right? Well, like what relationship they are making with her, right? So as you are favoring co-education, brother, so do you have any more point?
Uh, no, brother. As you said before, I agree with you totally. And I think the teacher, not the teacher, but all the we aware of the all the generation, upcoming generation, to uh, build your character to good. I think like 1 2 days before, like it's happening in Jharkhand. One foreigner, I think brother.
No, I don't know, brother.
I think in Jharkhand, one foreigner Brazilian lady raped by seven people. So it's a shame to all our Indian. The foreigner lady. So like we aware of the upcoming generation and to people to to
Yeah,
build our
you were right.
character.
You're right, brother. Actually, when and because when we any person is studying separate education, so they are so curious to meet with the girls, right? But if you talk about the co-education, so we feel common. We feel like comfortable, right? You can also see in the practical life also. The person who is studying in common, like co-education, so they feel common. Just they can talk how they are talking with the boys, they can talk with the girls. They will not ashamed. They will not hesitate. But the person who are studying separate, na, who never studies with the girls, sitting with the girls, so they feel I saw that they feel more like ashamed, like that, hesitate, right? That right?
Uh,
So
right, brother.
yeah, it's happened. So co-education is good, brother, also. But if you talk about like both are important, it depends on person to person, right? And separate education has also lot of benefits. Co-education has a lot of benefits also, right? In separate education we can say like we can our mind will not distract. But if you talk about distraction, so brother, not only the education or the only the uh, co-education that distracts our mind. If we want to distract our mind, so there are a lot of things are for the mobile, for the people, like, so there are a lot of things by that we can distract our mind also, right? So we cannot make like we cannot say that that if we live in separate education, so we cannot distract ourselves. No, it's totally wrong. We can distract ourselves also, right? So depend our mind, how we are thinking, right? It depends on our mindset. If our mindset is good, it doesn't matter if you're living in a separate education or co-education, right? Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah, brother. So I think, brother, it's enough for today, right?
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, brother, yeah, I would suggest you that please, like, after like why I like send the session before 8 hour or 9 hour, because so that you all can like prepare very well. After preparing, you can come to the session. But there are a lot of person even they don't know, brother, like what the topic is today's about, right? After joining the session, they ask like what is today's topic. So no, it is
Yeah, brother. Brother, I want to there say like ask you one thing. Tomorrow, yesterday, so many people are yeah, and it did join the session. So I think it. So you you did some promotion like
sorry,
promote
brother.
to your
Sorry.
like if you see yesterday session, so many people are joined the session.
No,
So I
because
want to
brother, some people are brother. When many people actually they, what happened, brother. Nowadays, if you talk about nowadays, many people they keep thinking that I will grow, I will learn English, I will learn English, but they will not make it into action until unless you not do now, you cannot do anything. If you want to do, you have to do. If you will, it's not happen in thinking only, right? You have to come there. You have to implement it, right? Sometimes,
yeah, brother,
yeah.
yeah.
So brother, actually here, uh if anyone not coming, so I don't think like he is teaching me. They're teaching themselves, right? Cheating themselves. So yeah, brother, so I think it's enough for 2 days. So I suggest you please come. If you come next time in the session, so after at least try to like get the information. After getting the information will come, right? So it will be more like confident you feel. You know what happened, like uh, if you uh, if you know that today's topic is like co-education or separate education. So if you search a lot of articles regarding this knowledge, stuff regarding this, no, brother, so you will find a lot of uh, useful sentence also, right?
Right, brother,
Yeah,
right.
and also that sentence you can implement here, and by that we can learn very like practically, naturally. So it is very benefit, brother. So I think it's okay, brother. See you tomorrow. Till then, bye and have a nice day. Okay. See you tomorrow
Thank
with a
you,
new
brother.
topic.
Same to you, same.
Yeah, bye, brothers.